Bryson here.
And I'm Chris.
Hope you enjoyed last week's episode.
I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. We're going to get into college football this week. And I guess happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it'll be Thanksgiving when it's going up. But, we're going to get into the big game of the week last week, Ohio State, Penn State. What did you think about that game?
It was a good game. I was expecting the outcome, but I thought Ohio State would put up more points.
You thought they'd put up more? Well, it would have, like I said, when I was watching the game, it would have really been a blowout. Ohio State was blowing them out at the beginning. I want to say it was 21. The Penn State got a few forced fumbles. Same defender, I think, got a couple strip fumbles. But it wouldn't have been close otherwise, I don't think.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But
J.K. Dobbins had 157 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, and he had a pretty good game. So did Fields. He did all right. He went for 60 for 22, 188 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Fields made some big throws in the running back, but defense also came up big in the fourth quarter with some interceptions and some stops. You know, they could have easily lost that game, but it would have just been from turning over the ball.
Good game though.
Yeah, it was a good game. Georgia, Texas A&M. Move on to that game. What a shitty fucking game, in my opinion. That was a low-scoring game.
I won 19-13.
Yeah, that was a boring-ass game. 19-13, though. Offense still fucking sucks. The only thing I'd say positive is Swift is improving every game. 103 yards, and he just, he's still doing his thing.
Yeah, Kellen Mond, A&M's quarterback, had 275 yards, 1 touchdown. I thought he was going to bring the comeback. He started off kind of slow, but fourth quarter came. He started coming, and then I wrote this down. Should Georgia start really worrying about the SEC championship game? I don't think
if the offense looks like this,
it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly if the offense looks like this.
Good.
And we're giving up all those points in the fourth quarter. It seems like the games we're putting them away, and then all of a sudden, the fourth quarter they start letting them come back. The defense starts struggling. But and Fromm still, he don't look, 11 for 23. That's not doing nothing. That fucking sucks. I mean, playing LSU, I just don't.
I think it's going to be a murder. Honestly,
we have a chance, but because their defense ain't the great. I mean, their defense is not the greatest in my opinion, but the offense is going to have to stay. If offense don't step up, we're screwed. Yeah, like I said.
And the big upset of the week: Arizona State over Oregon.
Yeah, wasn't expecting this. It was on when I was on the ESPN thing. It was on like the big game. I guess it was supposed to be a good game. Arizona State's got that old Jets coach, but
man, Jaden Daniels, dude, 22 for 32, 408 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean,
he just didn't. And you look at the kid; he didn't even look like a quarterback. I mean,
freshman.
He was small. Yeah, 403 yards, and he was throwing the ball kind of deep too.
Yeah, he had a cannon on him.
Yeah, and the running back also had 114 yards. Receiver 161 yards. Herbert, 2 interceptions cost him. I know you're not a big fan of Herbert. You say.
I know he was in the Heinz race in the beginning of the year. I didn't really see it from the get-go. Honestly, I mean, I'm not hating the kid, but I mean, I don't see him.
And this kind of throws the college football playoffs in a loop. If teams
a lot of situations could possibilities.
Yeah, anything can happen now. But also had Johnny Johnson for Oregon. Tried to keep him in it. I mean, 207 receiving yards.
You can only do so much.
Yeah, you can't really do too much. But move on from that game. We got Oklahoma barely hanging on to TCU. One of these days, Oklahoma's going to lose a game. I mean, they're going to lose a game. Spoiler alert, it could be this week. But they did lose one game, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking they didn't lose a game.
I don't know where you got that
from.
Who
did they lose to anyway?
Kansas State,
that's right. My bad.
Jalen Hurts had 145 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Also had 173 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, the rushing yards. 173 rushing yards. That's hard to do.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's the real deal. Any other stats you had from that game, though? There wasn't really I was looking at the game. There wasn't too many big stats on TCU. It's just weird. You look at these games like how are they in the game? You don't.
I don't know.
I just don't get it. But Baylor Texas rivalry game. Yeah.
Damn.
24-10.
Yeah. You already know my opinion on Texas.
Yeah. I thought Baylor would put up a little bit more points, but it's a rivalry game, so it's always the defense always plays more tough, and it's always
Charlie Brewer went 16 for 25, 221 yards and 1 touchdown. We had a good game. Sam Ellinger, 200 yards, 1 interception. I mean, and he's also in talks of the Heisman race in the beginning of the year. Man, he's not a big Texas fan. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we also had Michigan, Indiana. Supposed to be I thought it'd be a little bit closer game. 39-14. Indiana was playing good before these last couple games, 2 losses,
And Shea Patterson had a huge game, 366 passing yards and 5 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah, Michigan usually, they were struggling at the beginning of the season, but they've came back big with these last few wins, and I think Harbaugh really wants to keep his job. He really wants to keep his job in Michigan. So.
He's definitely in the hot seat.
Yeah, he needs to win some games, but their teams wasn't too tough, but these teams were decent. If he'd have lost these games, he could have been fired before the season ended. But C&B Player of the Week, who you got?
I got Jaden Daniels, Arizona State's quarterback.
So we both had the same thing. Jaden Daniels. You could also give it to J.K. Dobbins, or what's his name? Wisconsin, was it some other running back I can't think of. But yeah, you could also give it to J.K. Dobbins, 157 yards. But you beat the number 6 team, and you're a freshman.
Yeah.
And you had 400 yards. It's hard to, it's hard not to give it to you.
Pretty much missed their whole playoff opportunity.
Yeah, they had a good shot, but not no more. They're not in the conversation no more. Let's get on some other news here, and what kind of pissed us off. So we had the Harvard-Yale game, and was it at halftime? I think it was at halftime.
I think it was at the beginning, or I don't know.
I want to say it was halftime.
But get the hell off the field.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
So they're out here protesting climate change. What the fuck does that have to do with football? They're out here protesting climate change, sitting in the middle of the field. I heard they pressed charges against these guys.
They should.
And the rest of them. I just don't understand. Get off the field. What's that have to do with football? Go to the classroom and protest that shit. I don't understand.
Trying to use a platform just to prove something.
This football game has nothing to do with you. Go protest climate change. Shit. You ain't got nothing better to do. Don't you have a job? Don't you have kids? Your kids, but God. I don't know what it's saying. I just don't understand.
I would. I hope they all got charges, all got arrested. Just why would you?
I don't know about all that, but get off the damn field.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. What? I don't understand. I'm mind blown. They sit on the damn field and they wasted half. They had to call fucking delay in the game.
Hell, if I was a fan, I bought tickets. I would be pissed.
Oh yeah.
That's
shit.
I want my money back.
Shit.
This ain't the halftime show I wanted to see.
Shit, they might have had to arrest me. I went out there and whooped all them weird motherfuckers' ass. I probably shouldn't say that, but god dang, it's fucking a climate change and sitting on the field in the middle of the damn football game. What is that accomplishing? Everybody's trying to get their platform nowadays.
What are you trying to achieve?
Everybody's using their platform. I understand. You want to speak out and get something, get on TV, use your platform, but I'm sorry, but nobody's gonna say, "Ooh, you're doing climate change." Oh my God, you're sitting in front of football. Who gives a damn? Let's move before I blow my lid. All right, college football rankings and the play. Let's talk playoff scenarios rankings.
I got a new number 1 this week. Ohio State. Then it goes LSU, Clemson, Georgia, Bama, and then Utah.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Besides, Oregon losing and Utah jumping up at Ohio State coming number 1. Which I respect them going number 1.
Yeah.
LSU's gave up some, a few scores to some teams they, shouldn't have, but they beat them by a few touchdowns, but they gave up a little bit of points. They gave up, was it John Riley or whatever his name?
Yeah.
Gave up a lot of yards against him, and could have been a game against Ole Miss. So
what's your top 4 right now?
Top 4, Ohio State 1.
So you agree?
Ohio State, LSU, Clemson. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Bama right out the edge. I don't know. I'm a Georgia fan, but I'm not a believer in Georgia. I don't know.
I mean, it could go either way with number one. Honestly.
I hope Georgia proves me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. I
don't know. It's gonna be interesting when that time comes.
You know, when we're talking about, I just want to talk playoff scenarios. What happens if, like I said, if Alabama loses to Auburn this week, Georgia loses in the SEC championship, and then you got Oklahoma losing this week against Oklahoma State, if that's possible. So you just throw Utah in?
That's what it looks like. I mean, that's pretty much next.
You think that's what they're going to do, though? Utah's undefeated, correct?
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say yes. Okay. I'm more positive.
I don't know if anybody wants to see Utah. They got one loss? Okay, thank you. They got one
over
loss.
Here. One loss.
One loss.
My apologies.
You know, I wonder why they're number 5 with one loss. Who they? You know, I haven't paid too much attention to Utah. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't
know. I kind of feel like all those one-loss teams, they're all. I think the committee's gonna be like, okay, if Oklahoma wins out, you got Utah one loss, Oklahoma one loss, and then okay, so who do you? Then you got Bama, they went out, and then okay, you know what do you do?
Oh, they lost to Oregon. Okay, they lost to Oregon. So yeah, I guess I understand that then. But you know, I don't know if you put Oklahoma in just because they've had too many close games.
Yeah, I don't know.
All these games they've had so close, and teams that haven't. You know, these teams are
not
that good.
Teams,
Their defense is not good. I love Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. He's an outstanding player, but your defense is buns.
Yeah.
You know, your defense is not good. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're giving up too many points a game. I'd love to see it for excitement, to see them in the playoff. I'd much rather see them in Utah, but, you know, you're giving
we can't make the choices.
You're giving up too many points. I don't know if it'd be a game, but all right, let's move on to this week's games. We got some good games this week. Shout out to Blake. We're gonna shout out Blake again. First,
Chris, this is your chance. Hang on, let's bring a little special guest in. Warren, would you like to come join us?
You want to talk about some games here?
Would you like to join with some pick'ems?
No, I'm all right. I'll stay off to the side.
He's going to stay off to the side.
Back to
Chris. Here you go. Clemson is facing the SEC. I know he's happy as shit.
Yeah, Carolina.
Shout out to CC. CC, I'm telling you, something. Clemson. I'm telling you. I mean, what?
I would so love to pick Carolina. I want to pick Carolina.
Well, you've been talking about how they don't face somebody, and, you know, here's your chance.
Yeah, but they're not being Clemson. Clemson's going. I got Clemson 38-10.
I got Clemson 49-7.
49-7. I don't know about all that, but we'll see. Maybe they put up 49. They put up 49. You got Clemson over there, boss man?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Clemson.
All right, he's got Clemson. So, Texas A&M, LSU.
Huge, I know, new team, but huge game last year.
Yeah.
74-72, about 4 or 5 overtime.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, these, you know,
times change.
Yeah, these games, they're, you know, teams that you never know upsets that could happen.
No, you never know.
You just never know. You know, anything can happen in college football, but. You know, you expect, like, I'm going to pick LSU. You expect them to win. I got LSU 42-14. And offense is too strong.
I got LSU 35-14.
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
Now let's move on to some bigger games here. I believe you got some big games that could be really close, in my opinion. You got Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. Who you got?
I got Oklahoma 45-17.
45-17. Ain't no way in hell they're leaving 17. If that happens, I will come on the show and apologize. But ain't no way in hell Oklahoma State's only put up 17 points. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Now they could win, you know, 45-21, something like that. That wouldn't surprise. I mean, it would surprise me, but they ain't keeping them to 7. You know, it's not happening. I'm actually going to take Oklahoma State in this game, 38-35. The running back, I guess you pronounce his name like this, Chuba Hubbard, whatever his name is. This man's a monster, averaging, I want to say he's put up 200 yards plenty of times this game. I've watched this man run, and, you know, he's the best player on the team. And their offense have put up a lot of points a game, and Oklahoma State's got one of the worst rush defenses in college football. They just given up too many points, and I believe, it's going to bite them in the ass this week. I believe Oklahoma State's just going to be a little bit too much for them.
So next game we got is Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Yeah, another good game. Neither one of these teams, I don't think they don't have a chance in the playoffs really. Wisconsin's got 3 losses. So, but it's a top 25 game.
I got the Gophers 21-13.
21-13, a little bit low scoring, for him. I think it's going to be a little bit more offense game. They've been putting up points. Minnesota's got a good offense. Wisconsin put up a good amount of points a game, and I'm gonna roll with the Wisconsin's. They've lost a few games. I believe they need to win. 41-31.
Wow. I think we're about to disagree on this game. Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan.
We've been talking about it all week.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a homer. I don't like Michigan. I like Harbaugh. I don't know why he's a 49ers guy. I just always like the Harbaugh. I like both of them. I like Ravens coach Harbaugh too. I think, I don't know. For some reason I've always liked him. And who you got? I know who you're going with.
I got Ohio State. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a big rivalry. I mean, it's always a good game. I got Ohio State 24-14, which, they could break out.
That sounds like a good, score. I believe it's a rivalry game. It's in Michigan. Big key factor. It's in Michigan.
Home field advantage.
Home field. And it could definitely go something like that. Don't get me wrong. Ohio State could definitely win this game.
But also Michigan could win this game. It's going to be a good game, honestly.
Yeah. The only way it wouldn't, if Michigan shits the bed, somehow gets blown out, Harbaugh got to go. Got to go.
Yeah.
They need to stay in this game. And I'm actually picking them to win this game. 27-24, rivalry game in Michigan. They've been playing great these last few games. And Ohio State, we'll see what they're made of. They're playing, I would say that's more tough opponent than Penn, even though Penn State beat Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think Penn State's all that.
I don't think,
I think, like you said, Michigan's definitely.
It's all about, where they're playing and matter of, when you get the team, and I just believe Michigan's going to be ready. Maybe Ohio State won't be as ready. We'll see. But, let's move on to that. Let's go to the big game. Big game, we could have easily picked Ohio State, Michigan, even though they're playing at 12 o'clock. But we're going to go with Auburn, Alabama. That's a big game of the
playing
week.
At Auburn this year.
The Iron Bowl.
I think they can do it. I think Auburn can do it. I got Auburn 21-17. I think they're going to pull it off. It's going to be a hard game for Bo Nix. But you got to think he went in there to Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I only lost 3 by LSU. That was a hell of a game. This is going to prove Bo Nix right here. LSU, but this is...
He needs to win. He looked so upset after losing to Georgia.
Man, they could...
They could have had that game.
Could have had that last throw, 4th and 2nd, wide open.
But, they shouldn't have been in the damn game. Georgia gave up in the fourth quarter. Whatever. But I'm going to go, as much as I want to pick Auburn, I really did. And I said last week I thought Auburn would win. I got to go with Alabama. Nick Saban, Alabama, and Mac Daddy back there. I'm going to go with Alabama 28-24. If it was anybody else, I believe they could put up more on.
Yeah.
Put more up on Alabama.
That's always a big game, always close.
Auburn's offense has been struggling. I don't know if they'll, Alabama's defense sucks, but in the end, I think this is going to come down to a game-winning play or something. I just believe it's going to be a close game. It always does. It's always a
recap.
Usually a good game,
It might be a recap 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was crazy. I remember that game.
That was probably one of the best college plays of all time, really. But
and announcing.
It's going to be a good game. Bo Nix, you got to step up this game. You got to prove yourself.
Yeah, the offense, same as Georgia, if the offense don't step up, and they're playing a crappy defense is not as good this year. Offense didn't step up, they're going to lose.
Warren, who you got in this game?
As much as I would like Auburn to win, They're not very good defensively. They've been allowing 306 yards per defense, and they're only putting up 427 yards on the average on offense. I might have to roll with Alabama. It's just I don't think that Bo Nix is going to be able to handle the intensity of Alabama because Nick Saban's just a mastermind when it comes to the offensive side of the ball.
And you got to think about it. He's played these games, and he's had some really bad games. And you got to think you're playing Alabama. You're playing the big Alabama Nick Saban, and he is what 19.
Yeah.
You think he's ready for that?
His decision making is what's killing him, man. Just making these horrible decisions, and I don't know. I think Muss might be out of there.
Yeah,
soon.
and I'm be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if somehow Alabama won this by a couple scores. I just wouldn't.
It's going to be a close
I
game.
wouldn't be surprised either, but I want to say it's a close game. But if Auburn wins, it's a close game. It wouldn't surprise me if Alabama wins it close. But if Alabama won by a couple scores, it wouldn't surprise me either. Just because if Alabama's defense somehow steps up, but
we forgot to do our Heisman pick. I'm still rolling with
I mean, that's why I didn't put that in there.
I'm pretty sure.
It's no question.
Yeah.
No question. But anything else? I don't think that's it for this week. Gonna have some big games this week.
Big week for playoffs. So,
well, eventually down the road, we're gonna start doing some bowl projections.
Yeah.
I think we'll see who's going.
We'll get Michigan, so don't worry about that. Before the Michigan, I don't know what bowl game that's going to be yet, but y'all, that'll be a good game for Michigan. So,
I believe that's it for this one. Y'all like and subscribe to the video.
Appreciate it.